Hi there, YouTube. I've seen quite a lot of these videos of comic book collections and graphic novel collections, and I have quite a lot of my own. I had them since I was some of them I've had since I was like 8 or 9, and I'm not really like a hardcore collector reader or anything. I don't really collect them that much anymore, but occasionally, if I have some free time and I go past my local comic book shop, I do stop in there and kind of just browse around and maybe buy a graphic novel or comic book that catches my attention. So I guess I'm going to show you mine. I'm going to show you my comic books now. I've seen quite a lot of people do this, and I quite enjoyed watching them and kind of seeing their opinions on all these comic books and what they like to read. So I thought I'd try one of my own. So without further delay, here it is. I guess I'll start with DC comic books first. They're not in any particular order. I'm just going by company here. Okay, so let's get started. Just got them here. There's quite a few. So here it is. Killing Joke. Yeah, pretty nice graphic novel. Really good artwork. Famous graphic novel by Alan Moore. I'm sure as you all know. Just give you a little preview there. There you go. It's really good. Pretty dark. Pretty. I'd say this is not for children. But yeah, it just shows you like the relationship between the Joker and Batman, and it just shows you how sick he really is. The joke shows you how sick the Joker really is. Next up, we have another one, Batman Year One. Another pretty famous Batman graphic novel, which is the basis for Batman Begins. Yeah, it's just another origin story of Batman. Just give you a little sneak peek there. And it's quite told from the point of Jim Gordon, so it's quite Gordon-centric, but yeah, it's pretty good. Just shows you Batman's first year. Next up there is The Long Halloween. This thing is pretty fat. There you go. Another one of the kind of more famous Batman graphic novels, and basically Batman has to find the holiday killer, who's basically killing off mob bosses and bad guys on special occasions. And yeah, there it is. So I'm not going to go into too much detail because I don't want this video to be too long. I'm just going to kind of show you and briefly talk about them. Then there's another Batman one, which is Batman Contagion. I also have the sequel, which is Batman Legacy, which I think is with regular comic books. I have a lot more than this, but I guess I'll show you them later in a separate video where I talk about them in more detail and show you all of them, otherwise it'll just be too long. But yeah, this is basically Gotham City is infected by the apocalypse virus, and Batman and his crew, which is Nightwing, Robin, and Azrael, and Huntress, kind of have to keep the law and order situation under control and try and find a cure. And there's also other bounty hunters and Catwoman and other people after it because they've been because there's a reward for it by the Gotham elite who want to find a cure as well. Then there's Batman Hush Volume 1 and 2. This is really good. This is the artwork is obviously by Jim Lee, as you can probably tell, who's a fantastic artist and one of my favorites. Really just makes Batman just look really good. Yeah, basically it's kind of like a love story, and a new villain appears called Hush, and he's kind of playing mind games with Batman. And yeah, Superman's there as well. And obviously Batman Hush Volume 2, and Batman kind of not sure who to trust and goes into his relationship with Catwoman and kind of, yeah, that's pretty much it. Kind of, yeah, he has to defeat Hush as well, who is somebody who you never expect. And then there's Batman Rest in Peace. As I said, they're not in any particular order, I'm just showing you as they are the ones I've got out at the moment. Yeah, my sister got this for me. I really like this as well. Good artwork, quite a fair bit of action as well. The only thing is that it's kind of confusing. It's kind of like you have to really read it a lot and read it kind of carefully to understand it, and also you have to read the rest of the Grant Morrison run, which is like the Black Glove and the prequels to this. But yeah, it's pretty good. Maybe I'll just give it a little sneak peek there. There you go. Yeah, Batman rest in peace. Next up, moving on to Superman, there's the death of Superman. I also have the sequels to this as well. I have the whole arc again, as I said, the pack away, but I'll show you all of them again another time. It'll be a lot longer, so because I don't want this to be too long, I'm showing you the ones that I've got out now. Yeah, this is like a pretty famous Superman story. I really like this one. It's just wall to wall action, and I really like the 90s style artwork to this. I really like the artwork of the 90s, because that's not just when I started reading, but that's kind of when I think comic books were a lot better than they are now, and they had some kind of really famous classic storylines. And you had like Death and Return of Superman, you had Batman Nightfall, you had X-Men Onslaught, you had Age of Apocalypse, and you had Image Comics, like founding of Image Comics and Spawn and everything, and then you also had like the X-Men Volume 2, which was hugely successful. But look at this artwork, it's just really good. This is wall-to-wall action, basically Superman and Doomsday like beating the hell out of each other. There you go. Let's go a bit more slowly there. There you go. There you go. Yeah, in my opinion, that's how Superman should look. That kind of style that he had in the 90s. Yeah, really good, really good. Really enjoyed this. Next up is another Superman one, Superman: The Doomsday Wars. Yeah, basically Doomsday's back, and he's kind of Brainiac's kind of controlling him, and Superman has to stop him, and Justice League is there as well, and also he has to get Lana Lang's son to the hospital at the same time. Yeah, it's pretty okay, I guess. Let me show you a little thing there. There you go. Yep, Superman Doomsday Wars. And then there's Superman Sacrifice. Sorry, it's got a little bit of tea there. As I said, I've had some of these for quite a long time, and when you're younger you don't really take good care of them, so apologies for that. Yeah, this was pretty good as well. He's basically being kind of not mind controlled, but kind of manipulated, sort of. Yeah, I guess mind control is how you would put it. He's kind of being tricked and manipulated and kind of mind controlled into attacking his friends and everything, and this is the one where I think Wonder Woman snaps his neck. What's his name's neck? Manchester Black or something like that. I can't remember his name. Yeah, she basically kills him. But this is pretty good. He fights her and he attacks on the Justice League and everything, and they have to kind of stop him. And she breaks his neck to free him from his control, basically. Spoiler there, sorry. And there's Superman with that healing touch. Yeah, just another kind of regular Superman graphic novel. Shows some new foes like he's not faced before, like Ruin, who's kind of different to the other villains he's fought, who's again is kind of like manipulating him and messing with his mind and stuff like that. And then there's also like twin parasites that he has to stop as well. Just give you a little flick there. There's like cameos from Batman as well, and Wonder Woman. There you go, just give it a little flick. Oh yeah, Mr. Miziptic is Mr. Pitlick, or however you pronounce it, makes a cameo as well. And there's also Superman Last Son. This was really good as well, kind of an emotional story as well. I love the cover to this. Look at that. Look at the cover. Really like it. Really, really cool. Yeah, good story, good action. Like the artwork as well. Made by Richard Donner, who I'm sure most of you know. Basically, like, there's a kid from Krypton, and it's kind of about that. And, like, Lex Luthor's after him as well, and then there's General Zod and the others. Oops, sorry, dropped it there. And then there's Volume 3 of the Man of Steel. I have the first three, but this third one was the only one that I had out. Yeah, this is just kind of continuing on from the other two, which is kind of mini. The first Man of Steel was origin story. The next five are just kind of just adventures of Superman, and just kind of mini stories of Superman. Yeah, this was pretty enjoyable as well. I think it's definitely one of the. I think you should definitely get this Man of Steel if you're a fan of Superman. Get all 6 just to kind of complete your collection. Yeah, I really like this style as well, as I was saying, the 90s style of Superman. Very nice, very colourful, action-packed. I like this kind of look to it. That's just me. I'm sure people have different tastes and things. And there's Batman, Superman, Public Enemies. This was good as well. It was an animated movie as well. This is where Lex Luthor becomes president, and he kind of frames them, and they kind of have to clear their names and stop a kryptonite meteorite from destroying Earth. Give it a little flick there again. There you go. Just give you a little taste of it if you haven't read it. Just dropped all my comic books there. Never mind. Pick them up later. Then there's Superman, Codename Patriot. This was really good as well. It's part of the new Krypton series. I have War of the Supermen as well. Again, I'll show you that later, I guess, in another video. When I get it out of the box. Yeah, this was really good as well. Pretty action-packed, where after new Krypton was created, Superman's kind of left Earth to live on Krypton and keep things under control over there, and there's kind of tension between the Kryptonians and Earth, and his father and Superman's father-in-law was kind of pitting them against each other. But yeah, this was really good as well. Like, I quite like this. Then there's a Flash one, The Flash Race Against Time, which is the sequel to The Flash Dead Heat. Basically, he's it's kind of like kind of like a love story, because he's kind of bouncing around through time, trying to get back to his girlfriend Linda Park, and there's another Flash from the future who's kind of replaced him and making him forget about him. So he's kind of bouncing around through time, trying to get back, and he also has to stop like a new ice age as well, and stop like Dr. Polaris and some other villains. Yeah, there's a little peek there. I really like the cover to this as well. Really cool cover. And moving... No, there's one more here. One more DC one here. There's DC Infinite Crisis. This is a hard cover. I think this was pretty expensive actually. But yeah, this is like one of the major events of the DC universe, where they brought back like the multiverse, and they have to stop like Superboy Prime, who's like insanely powerful, from basically destroying the universe, and he goes nuts and he like kills like a whole bunch of characters and stuff like that. So yeah, this was really good as well. Really like this as well. And then there's a crossover one here, which is DC versus Marvel. And yeah, this was just like made by the fans. Whoever their favorite was would like win the battle. So like a couple of the heroes met each other, and like Superman fought the Hulk, and Wolverine fought Lobo, and Flash fought Quicksilver, and kind of along those lines. Yeah, this was this was good. Like, it was just a fun read. But one thing to note, the artwork in this is kind of, I like the artwork. They're like insanely muscular, like really over the top. Like, look at that, you can probably tell, like crazy. They all look like they're on steroids or something.